Yeah, that's right. Well, it's the pet show, yeah. What? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What? Well, it's the pet show. Well, it's the pet show. Putting the spotlight on them right out the door. Yeah. And now you know that each and every one of them. Yeah, that's right. Well, it's the pet show, yeah. What? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What? Well, it's the pet show. Well, it's the pet show. Putting the spotlight on them right out the door. Yeah. And now you know that each and every one of them are so adorable. What is the pet show? 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 It's the pet show. Indeed. You in tune to the Focuz TV1 network with your mans Teflon, the creator Taylor, on Pets, the show. Live in the building, special guest, Bulliey Ray Studley, most definitely in the building with the owner, Luca Brasse, of course. But you know what I'm saying, today's show is it's all about Bulliey Ray, so how's it going?
Things are good, man. Things are good. Yeah, I'm expecting some company in a little while, so he's wondering why the front door is open right now. but he's here. He's here with me.
Most definitely. He's on the alert. Most definitely on the alert. That's a good thing. Yeah. So tell the people a little bit about Bulliey Ray. Excuse me. What kind of dog is Bulliey Ray?
He is Bulliey is an English and Old English mix. And I got him from some people in White Plains, New York. Okay, I live in Loudonville, so it's a couple hours away, but it wasn't too bad. But yeah, when I got there, he was, there was two left. There was only a litter of three, I believe. It was one girl and two boys. The girl was already gone, so it was down to just the two boys, which was fine because I wanted a boy anyway. And his brother, he was a standard white and brown, and I remember when the kids brought the two dogs out, when they put him down, his brother kind of came over. He looked at us for a minute. He kind of just walked away, wanted to do his own thing. But Bulliey, he came up to us and he just sat down in front of me, like just waiting for me to pick him up. And when I did, he just kind of, all his fat rolls kind of just melted into my arm. And he just put his head on my shoulder. And I was like, all right. I was like, you're coming with me, buddy. So, come here, bud. Hey, come up. Here, let me see if I can get you some camera time. Come here. Hey, buddy, come here. Get up here so I can show. We got to show the people who you are. There we go. Say hi.
Superstar. Superstar in the building. Let's bring him up.
Yeah.
So most definitely. What makes Bulliey Ray lovable?
Everything. He's a really well-behaved dog. He listens. The one thing is he's really, really playful and rambunctious. So some people can find him a little bit overbearing. But there's nobody that doesn't like him. You know, just some people have a hard time, you know, with any kind of animal that's like overly wild and everything, which he is, especially when there's company and stuff like that. And when there's food involved, like I said to you before, man, he's the most food motivated dog I've ever seen in my life. He will literally do anything for some kind of treat or like whatever. I can't say that word too loud because he understands what that means. but and he's super smart, man. And all he wants to do, man, he just wants to play, eat, and be loved. That's all he cares about, you know. And I mean, how do you not love an animal like that, you know?
Most definitely, indeed. Bulliey Ray Studley on the Focuz TV One Network.
Yeah, he wants to play right now.
Definitely, Pets, the show. Bulliey Ray Studley. Could you tell the people where did that name come from?
Actually, he's named. A lot of people think he's named after Bulliey Ray Cyrus, the singer. You know, Achy Breaky Heart, but he's actually not. He's named after the professional wrestler Bulliey Ray Studley. And yeah, he's trying to play right now. Come on, buddy. We're trying to get you some camera time. Look at the camera. Look at the camera and say hi. There you go. There you go.
There you go, right there. We're gonna bring it up. Yeah, we brought him into the full screen, most definitely. So how is Bulliey Ray around dogs?
Actually, he's not very good with other dogs. He loves people, but he's very, very protective. Just, when I'm around, he doesn't really like me interacting with other dogs. Cats are fine. Doesn't care if I say hi to cats or whatever. But when it's another dog, he can get really, really. I don't want to say jealous because that's not the right word. I don't think, but territorial, I think is probably the better word. But like when I board him at the vet, like the vet that I have him registered at, like they take him like sometimes up to like a week and a half if I'm on a vacation or something, and they say that he does fine when he's there. So I came to the conclusion, I was like, okay, so it's when it's on his territory or it's when I'm involved. Like that he doesn't really like that. But like when he's around other dogs without me there, apparently he does fine. So, you know, I don't think it's too much of a concern, but as long as I don't get any more pets, you know.
Yeah, he's okay around cats, but not other dogs. That's
yeah. As far as I know, that's what I've been told, you know. And I've seen other animals, I've held other animals around him, but when it's a dog, he doesn't like it. But he doesn't mind when it's another type of animal, I guess.
Indeed. So, could you tell the people what type of weather does Bulliey Ray like?
It was actually funny. I got him in November. Actually, 2 years ago. This month, I got him, and it was just before the winter started. So he hadn't seen snow before. And the first time I let him out into his kennel when there was snow on the ground, it was actually really funny because he kind of like he tried to like rush out like he normally would, but he saw the snow and he put the brakes on. He's like, whoa, wait a minute. He looked at me like, is this stuff safe? And I was like, go ahead, buddy. I was like, you're fine. And then when he started walking on the snow, it looked like he was doing, if you ever seen the Billie Jean video by Michael Jackson, when he's stepping on the squares that are lighting up, that's kind of how it was. He was like doing the Billie Jean dance because the snow was cold and he like didn't know how to take it. So,
wow.
All right. Okay. Stop. Settle.
No, that was a sight to see right there. Most definitely.
Yeah,
most definitely. Bulliey Ray Studley on the Focuz TV One Network, the Pet Show. Hey, we're gonna take a real quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Peace from the true and living God, supreme intellect. You're tuned in to the Focuz TV1 network.
Exclusive photograph and film. Remember, you're the VIP to us.
Indeed. We're back on the Focuz TV1 network. Pets, that's the show. With your man's Teflon and Creator Taylor, Bulliey, I'm gonna get it right. Bulliey Ray Studley in the building. Most definitely, along with the owner, Luca Brace. You know, we all know Luca Brace. Most definitely. Let's get a little bit more into Bulliey Ray Studley. I do believe Bulliey, get it right. Bulliey Ray is a movie star.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Could you tell us a little bit about the movies that he was up in?
Yep. Right now, it's only been the one, and it's a film called Homer Alone, which was by Jill Camillo and Jess Petriquin. So shout outs to you guys, okay, and Bartleby Entertainment. Okay, so basically what it was, it's about a dog who loses his way, and it's kind of a cross between, it's like Homeward Bound sort of in a way, if anyone's ever seen the movie Homeward Bound. But he gets lost. It's a story about him trying to find his way home and how different people that he meets and stuff like that throughout his journey and all that. And there was a scene where this one actor that I know, Ed Miller, took the part of basically a guy who found the dog and brought him home. And we actually used my personal home here in Loudonville for this scene because I have a home studio. As a lot of people know, I have a training studio downstairs. And we did a scene where he brought the dog Homer to the house while his wife was working out. And I played the part of the trainer because I am really a trainer. And they needed a reason why they couldn't take the dog in. So the fact that I had a dog was good. And also I had just had him neutered. So he still had the cone around his neck, the big blue cone. So it actually worked really well. And so she was like, this is how we want to do the scene, and this is how we need him to sit and look and this and that, so he had the cone on and it was perfect. So the scene came out really well, and he was so good, like with the cameras around and everything. I had a fistful of treats for him too, so he was on his best behavior because he knew if he did what I asked him to do, he was going to get fed, but with all the camera and all the cameras and all the people and the equipment around, I wasn't really sure how he was going to react, but he ended up doing really, really good. And the scenes came out really great. So again, that's Homer Alone. Jill Camillo and Jess Petriquin is going to be premiering soon. The trailer actually just premiered at the Asbury Shorts at the Linda in Albany. It's coming along pretty well. So far, that's the one film he's done. And he rocked it, man. He did a phenomenal job. So can't complain.
Indeed. So most definitely ready for more in the future. And the movie is getting ready to come out. Where would the movie be available? Will it be available on all platforms? Is it a YouTube or?
Well, they're actually going to be trying to that, and there's a couple other scripts and stuff that they're doing that they're actually going to be really trying to push out there, like to get into some film festivals and things like that. So I don't know how many online platforms it's going to be on, but I do know that it's going to be premiering hopefully all around upstate New York. That's what I know the goal is.
Most definitely. Looking forward to checking it out. Bulliey Ray Studley's debut off in Homer Alone. Most definitely, y'all need to check that movie. I'll be looking out for it. Looking out for Bulliey Ray Studley's debut. So I understand that you're off into the fitness. Do you incorporate Bulliey Ray often into your fitness plans, or how does Bulliey Ray feel about you doing your workout thing and everything?
He's actually really good, man. He actually helps maintain clients and stuff like that, because sometimes I feel like my people come to train literally just to see him. You know what I mean? Because so many of them request like for him to come downstairs and stuff at the beginning of the workouts, at the end of the workout. They all look forward to seeing him. But how can you not? Look at the face. Look at that face. Come on, there we go. Look at the face. Look at that.
Look in the camera there. We need some food right there in the camera right there, or something like that. He'll be right on it then, you know. Most definitely. So yeah, that's a good thing. You know, you incorporate him. You say he kind of handles the clients with a little security, or what might that be?
Yeah, well, he just, the thing is like certain people, he like almost, it's like clockwork. Like he knows when they're coming, so like he's expecting them, and he knows which clients bring him little treats. He knows which ones are going to play with him for a minute. And sometimes he actually gets upset. Like you'll hear him crying and whining if they don't say hello to him, you know. So I have to like let him come downstairs so he can like get his little fix. You know, especially certain clients that I have, like Nadine and Tracy, who Nadine used to walk him when I would train her son. And Tracy and Vicky always have treats for him, you know, and they always want to see him and stuff. So it's, you know, he helps, man. And, you know, he's my buddy, you know, he helps keep me company. And I tried actually a couple of times to have him, because I have 2 crates. I have the one crate that he sleeps in, which he loves. And then I have the other one downstairs that I used to have in the gym. It's in the garage now. And the one that I had in the gym, I tried a couple of times to have him down there with us when we would train, but he just wouldn't settle, and he wouldn't stop, you know, yelling and whining and stuff, because he wanted to play. You know, he saw us out there doing our thing, and he's directly right there, so he wants to be out of the crate playing, so that didn't work. So now I kind of keep him in the kitchen, you know, while I'm down there working and all that stuff. But he does really well. Like the only time he whines and cries is if he knows who it is and they haven't said hello to him. So.
Indeed. That was great information. That was great information that leads into the next question. That was perfect. So could you tell me, do you consider Bulliey Ray Studley? See, I got it right. Do you consider Bulliey Ray Studley as a dog or a son, or I mean, what do you consider him as? Let us in on it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and the reality of it is he's a dog and I'm his owner, you know, but so many times like they become, you know, part of the family, you know what I mean? And he is part of my family, you know. I do look at him as like my baby, you know, because that's what he is, you know. It's, and I don't understand, you know, the mindset of people who can abuse animals and abuse children and stuff like that, because I look at kids and I look at him and I'm like, how can people abuse this? I don't understand the mindset. I don't get it. It actually kind of pisses me off to think about it, you know. But I just don't get that. So to me, he's kind of like, you know, I mean, I know the reality. I know he's a dog. I know I'm a human. But he's like my little boy. You know, he's like a son. He's like my baby. So.
Yeah, most definitely. I can feel you on that, man's best friend. Just not
Absolutely,
just man, just human's best friend. Dogs are lovable. Could I ask you a question? Can you see my questions? Because I mean, you saying things that just lead right into the next question that I'm going to ask. I mean, I'm looking at my question. I'm not on camera like that. I'm just like, can you see it? So, question. What do you think about the no kill, or what do you think about the shelters, the dog shelters and things like that?
I think the shelters are good, you know, as long as obviously the animals are well cared for and everything, you know. I don't get why people abandon animals, why they don't just bring them to a shelter if they don't want them, or bring them somewhere where they know they can find somebody else to take care of them, you know. So many times I've heard stories about people finding dogs chained to dumpsters or something like that, and I'm just like, why would people do that? It's like when there's so many places you could bring the dog, you know, if you don't want to keep it, you know. So as long as they're well cared for, I think the shelters are great, you know. But there has been stories, obviously, lots of times where, you know, the shelters weren't, you know, taking care of the animals so great. And you know, I think it's turning into society where we actually have more compassion for animals than we even do for each other, you know. And I think that speaks a lot to the loyalty of animals and the unconditional love that they give and like things like that, you know. because as humans, we have something they don't. We have free will. We have self-awareness. Like we're also mammals, and people forget that too. That we're, you know, as humans, we are animals, but we have something that they don't. You know, we have that self-awareness and that free will, and we know the difference between right and wrong and good and evil and all these things. And you know, so I think that, you know, again, I just go back to it. I don't understand how somebody could, you know, not care for an animal the right way, you know, but as long as they're taken care of, I think shelters are a good thing.
Most definitely, most definitely. But you know, after they're not picked up, you know, for a while, they're, you know, they just, you know, I don't even like really talk about it. You know, they kind of do away with them, you know, and you know, they trying to. It's a big protest against that and everything. You know, I mean, I don't know if it's ever going to stop, but you know, it's the shelters are good, but we need individuals to go out there and get the dogs out the shelters, the dogs, the cats, just the animals out the shelters. You know, give them a home, get them off the streets. You know, that's another good question. Far in your city, in your town, how is the homeless population with the animals?
I mean, you see stray dogs, you see stray cats and everything, but I don't hear a lot about it, so I'm assuming that it's okay. A lot of people believe in the concept of adopt and don't shop. But like when I was, you know, picking out, you know, my dog, I knew I wanted some kind of an English bulldog, you know, whether it was English, Old English, whatever, you know, I knew the kind of the breed that I really wanted. And, you know, basically I like my breeds of dogs. I like any dog that looks like they ran face first into a Mack truck. You know, I love that. You know, I like the squished faces, you know what I mean? I don't know. There's something about them that gets me. The only dog that has that kind of fat look that's kind of, you know, fluffy and, you know, smushed in is Shar-Peis. I'm not a big fan of Shar-Peis, but like pugs, you know, any kind of dog like a pug, an English bulldog, any kind of dog like that, I absolutely love.
Indeed, most definitely. They're lovable animals, most definitely. I hear him active back there, you know.
Yeah, he's playing with his food dish. He's letting me know that he's hungry again.
It's time to eat. It's time to eat. He's ready to eat.
Yeah, actually, here, look at him right now. He's got his food bowl in his mouth.
There you go, right there. There you go. Ready to go. Ready to eat.
And he just ate an hour ago.
Wow, he loves that food. He most definitely loves that food. We're not gonna keep him. We're not gonna keep you or him too long. We know the movie star. You know, he has to eat. You know, got to stay healthy, and you know, he got to prepare for that next big role that he's gonna be in. Most definitely.
Yep, I'm hoping he gets another one soon. You know.
Okay. So in Bulliey Ray Studley's behalf, does he have any shout outs?
Yeah, he wants to shout out definitely you, brother, in the TV, in the Focuz TV1 network, man. And also I want to shout you out too, man. The opportunity, you know, that you gave me with the In the Limelight Live, you know, platform is great, man. Very appreciative for that. But he also wants to shout you out, brother, and say thank you. And he wants to shout out Grandma, or what I like to call the food lady's house. He always knows when we're going there. I say, we're going to go see the food lady. And he's like, he associates every time he goes to my mother's house. Like, it's usually on Sundays. I have dinner with my parents on Sundays. And every time I bring him over there, he gets so excited because he knows like he's going to be getting food and all sorts of other stuff. So he wants to shout out her and my dad, you know, and and Sunnyside Veterinary Hospital, who does a phenomenal job taking care of my little guy and stuff. So yeah, shout out to you, Sunnyside.
Indeed. So do you have any shout outs, personal shout outs yourself?
Yeah, just to you, my man. You know what I mean? This one was more about him, but I want to shout you out, obviously. Also, I want to shout out Jill Camillo and Jess Petriquin, Bartleby Entertainment and JP News for the footage, okay, for allowing Bulliey to be a part of their film and everything. So shout outs to you guys. Okay, keep up the good work. And yeah, that'll do it for now, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Most definitely. We're gonna be doing this again. You know, this is just like the first little episode. We're gonna run it again, and you know, we're gonna do a few other little things. You know, give them a little bit more camera time and everything else. But most definitely, y'all stay tuned. Here right out the interview here. Y'all gonna see some Bulliey Ray Studley in action. You're gonna see him in the action. Movie clip coming up next on the Focuz TV1 network with your man Teflon, the creator Taylor, Pets, the show. Hey, till the next time, I'm out.
Yeah,
what? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
what? Well, it's the Pet Show. Well, it's the Pet Show. Putting the spotlight on them right out the door. Yeah. And now you know that each and every one of them are so adorable.